We always hear about IQ. This person IQ is very good, that person IQ is not so good. Then what is that IQ? So viewers, this is Rajiv Bhaumik and welcome to my channel Make Things Easy. In this video, I'm going to tell you about IQ. So watch this video till the end. IQ means intelligence quotient. In 1912, the German psychologist William Stern introduced the idea of intelligence quotient. He introduced a formula. The formula is like that: IQ is equal to mental age divided by chronological age into 100. Now, what is mental age? Let us understand. Mental age is the measure of the intellectual level at which an individual functions. For example, someone described as having a mental age of 6 years would be functioning at the level of an average 6 years old child, whereas his actual age may not be exactly 6 years. It could be less or more. Now let us understand what is chronological age. Chronological age is the number of years a person has been alive. That means from his or her birth, every year his or her age increases by 1 year. Now I'll tell you how to calculate mental age. To know IQ of a person, first need to know mental age of that person. To know mental age, various tests are there. In 1905, two French psychologists, Alfred Binet and Theodore Simon, discovered an assessment test. After that, it was modified by an American psychologist, Louis Terman, along with Binet at Stanford University for current use of intelligence assessment. Afterward, it is named as Stanford Binet Test 1. This test can be used for assessment of general intelligence. It is useful for 2 to 45 years age of people. It is very effective for 16 years of age. For adults, this test is not that much accurate. Another test is called Stanford Binet Test 2. It is for general mental ability. It takes 45 to 60 minutes of time and it's a very comprehensive test. For each age, the psychologists have fixed some set of intelligence questions or tests. These tests are classified into various types. Let us see one by one. So intelligence tests are divided into two: individual test, group test. Then again individual test is divided into two: verbal test, performance test, and group test also divided into two: verbal test and non-verbal test. Now I'll tell you various types of IQ test to know mental age. First one is verbal intelligence. It is the ability to understand, use and learn language. Quick understanding of text and a large vocabulary are indicators of a high verbal intelligence. Second one is non-verbal intelligence. It is the ability to understand and solve sequential problems. Here you can see for square A, if the answer is B, then in the same sequence for circle C, the answer is point number 2. Third one is numerical intelligence. It is the ability to calculate. Calculations are traditionally the most commonly used method of measuring intelligence. Here you can see the difference between digits are like 3, 5, 3, 5 and so on. So last digit is 20. So 20 plus 3, the answer is 23. Then fourth one is spatial intelligence. It is the ability to solve complex spatial problems like 3D, 4D, etc. Here you can see if by a paper cut a box is made, then from four options, second box is matching according to color of that initial paper cut. Then fifth one is logical intelligence. It is the ability to do reasoning. Here you can see for the cut portion, the similar picture is in the last column, middle one. So these are the various types of IQ test to know mental age. Till now, we have learned that IQ is equal to mental age divided by chronological age multiplied by 100. Now let us see one example. Suppose there are three boys, Ram, Shyam and Ravi. All are of same age group. Their age is 16. Now IQ calculated for Ram is found as 125. Then IQ calculated for Shyam and it is found as 100. Same way IQ calculated for Ravi and it is found as 87.5. Now what is the meaning of these IQ scores? Let us see. There is a statistics available where the IQ range is given. If the IQ range is 140 and above, then the classification is very superior and genius, and the percentage population is 0.13. If the IQ range is 120 to 139, then the classification is superior and percentage population is 2.14. If IQ range is 110 to 119, then classification is high average and percentage population is 13.59. If IQ range is 90 to 109, then classification is average and percentage population is 68.26. If IQ range is 80 to 89, classification is low average and percentage population is 13.59. If IQ range is 70 to 79, then it's a borderline case and percentage population is 2.14. If IQ range is 69 and below, then it's a mentally retarded case and the percentage population is 0.13. Now in this case, Ram scored 125. So it is falling in this band. So Ram is superior. Now Shyam score 100. So it is falling in this band 90 to 109. So it is average. So Shyam is average. And Ravi score 87.5. It is falling in this band 80 to 89, which is low average. So Ravi is low average. So this is how we can calculate and see our IQ range. Now I'll explain you distribution of IQ. Intelligence is normally distributed in the population. This means that most people get scores in the middle range and are average in intelligence. That means this area. Only few people get very high scores or very low scores. If these scores are plotted on a graph, we'll get a bell-shaped curve like this I have shown in the picture. Now, if we see that high average, superior, genius, these are in this direction, and low average, borderline defective, mentally retarded, these are in this direction. But compared to the area of average, these areas are less. Einstein IQ was found as 160 plus, which is falling in this area. Now let us see a study of IQ scores among males and females. Very superior, both are 0. Superior, males are 4.6% and females are 2.5%. High average, males are 18.7% and females are 10%. Average, males are 56.2% and females are 60%. Low average, males are 14.06% and females are 20%. Borderline defective, males are 4.6% and females are 5%. Mentally retarded, males are 1.5% and females are 2.5%. Now I'll tell you how IQ can be increased by doing regular physical exercise, reading, by doing meditation with healthy diet, listening to music with sound sleep. So these are the ways by which IQ can be increased. So viewers, thanks for watching this video. I hope now you have a fair idea about IQ. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it, like this video, share this video, and if you want to comment something, please leave your comment in the comment section. Thank you once again for watching this video.